Hi, my name's Susan. This is my cat, Bemo. We live in Melbourne, and in a bid to decrease the soul depletion of working Monday to Friday, we like to try out new things. So come along and test out new hobbies with us. So I inherited this sewing machine from my sister about 20 years ago, nearly. It's really good. Like, I have had it serviced in the last couple of years, but I just haven't used it that much ever, except like mainly to take up pants to rehem them because I'm short. I have made a couple of things though. I made a bed for Bemo one time. He didn't really use it except for the one time I plonked him on it to take a photo of it. And I also did make a stuffed toy for a friend who was having a baby, and that baby and that stuffed toy have now turned 12 years old and they still have it. I can't believe it. They named him Gonk, which is totally appropriate because I'll insert a picture. I think we can all agree it looks like a gonk. Yeah. So yeah, I don't have a lot of experience with sewing, but it does give me a bit more of that instant gratification that knitting does not. Knitting takes far too long for my liking, and if I actually start knitting something, I don't ever finish it because I just lose interest so quickly. Anyway, so yeah, I do have some fabric. I was hoping to use fabric that I already had. I've got a couple of really nice ones. This is lovely. I was gonna make some dining chair, like cover some dining chair cushions with it, but it's too nice for that. And also I no longer have those dining chairs because they just did not work. This I love. Succulents. I originally bought that because I was going to make a dress out of it, and I just never did that either. It's great colours, but not particularly festive, and I think I would like to use it to make something to wear rather than to make this project. And the rest of the things I have are really dark. I think these I've just also like been palmed off because nobody else wanted to use them, and same as this, but like it's great if I ever want to make a dress and go to somewhere dressed as Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. Can you see that like light blue gingham? Pretty. I may make something with that one day. But yeah, I didn't particularly want to use any of those things to make this project, so I'm going to go to my local Savers. That's an op shop for people overseas, and also for people overseas, an op shop is like Goodwill or like a charity shop. It's short for opportunity shop. It's the opportunity to buy something used, well, not used, secondhand anyway, for much cheaper, and usually it supports a charity of some sort. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go have a look there and see what I can find. Hopefully, oh, hey Bemo, hopefully, yeah, there's something appropriate that isn't too good that people will be able to use it for what it already is, and I won't feel so bad cutting it up. Let's go have a look. Hi. I just realised I made such a rookie error. I didn't even tell you what I was making. I am making a fabric reusable advent calendar for my friend Rachel, who loves all things crafty, homemade, reused, recycled, upcycled, made with love.
as do a lot of my friends, but I just thought this would be the ideal gift for her and she'll really appreciate it. So, yeah, anyway, as you were.
Okay, it's a few hours later now. I have been to Savers, had a bit of success. Yeah, I went to Savers, went to buy BMO a new bowl, a food bowl, and then I went to the gym, then I got some groceries, and now I'm back. So anyway, I'll show you what I got. So I think this is, I'm going to use it for the base. It's much longer than I thought it was originally. I think actually both of these are table runners. But this is nice and bright and it's a bit glittery. So that's gonna be the base part. And this is also a table runner. I may have done myself a disservice by getting something super satiny, silky, shiny, because that's going to be tricky to sew, potentially. But yeah, I think that'll be perfect. This is going to be the little pockets, the little, you know, bits with the numbers on them. And yeah, so they were both $6.99, $7 for the sake of, you know, rounding it up. And I had like a 20% discount barcode thing because I had dropped off some donations, so I used that. So yeah, I think I paid $11 something. Don't do the maths, I could be very wrong. And yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut these to the pocket length. Oh, I just discovered, I thought this was cut off, but they've just sewn it into a point, so I could unstitch that and get a bit more fabric out of it. Yay! So yeah, and I'm gonna embroider the numbers on this and then sew them onto this. Bob's your uncle. And we'll have an advent calendar. Super fun. All right, let's do this.
We've made it to Spotlight, everybody. Just gonna head into Spotlight and get some thread because I don't have any. I never thought I would say this, but I've been spoilt by Frankston Spotlight. Every Spotlight in this city is an absolute mess. I feel like I want to get one of these giant ones, but they're like $30 for a kilometre. A kilometre of thread. I don't think I need that much. Let's just get a quarter of a kilometre. And I think some green as well for sewing the little pocket thingies on. I think that should be a good one. Actually, I got this gold thread. I'm going to use that to do the numbers. I hope I got a big enough one. So I've secured the goods. I got the gold thread for free, which I don't know why. I think it was something to do with my Spotlight points card. Anyway, I don't know how much it was meant to be because it literally just says free item, $0. Anyway, so that's fun. Yay! All right, so next I need to go and get something to be like I need a piece of dowel or something. Maybe I need two pieces. One for the top and one for the bottom, because otherwise the bottom will be too floppy. Anyway, let's go to Bunnings. Dowel acquired. I hope it's long enough. I got 1.2 metre and I'm thinking I just chop it in half.
So I've got my thread, got my dowel, and I've got my fabric. I'm just going to measure this across because I don't know how wide this is. And we need to do some maths. Okay.
So that is an odd length. That's 49 centimeters, which is great because I can cut this dowel in half now and know that I have a bit for the top and the bottom. And now I just have to calculate if I want to have 5 pockets across and 5 down. I have to do some maths. Let's pretend it's 50 centimeters wide, even though it's not. That would mean this is hard. Okay, look, I feel like 7 centimeters looks like a really good width. Do you think? If we make them 7 centimeters, that's also an odd amount, but it actually divides into 49. And lengthways, we've got so much length to play with that I'm going to make them 10 centimeters high. 10 by 7. We've got this. Let's get some paper.
Okay, so here I am just using a ruler. I'm measuring 10 centimeters by 7 centimeters, and I'm going to cut it out, like, you know, and just use that as a pattern piece. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm just using my trusty scissors to cut out my pattern piece.
What I am actually hoping is that I can use a bit of this for the ribbon at the top that will get attached to the top one of these. So I might just cut that bit off the side first so that I can sew it, and I know that I'm not gonna run out of it. Okay. So that is for a runner for a long table. Not anymore. Now, this might be a big mistake because, as you see, those scissors did not cut amazingly, but I want to make this as quick and easy as possible. So I'm just going to fold the fabric and try and cut out a bunch all at once. Let's see how we go. How many layers is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 layers. 8, 16, 24. I only have to do 3 in a bit. All right. But also, sorry, I just had an itchy foot. But also, I'm going to have to make sure that I cut a bit extra on the sides.
because this size I've just realized is perfect for the kind of chocolate that I want to put in there. So if I just cut this size and then stitch it, it's going to be too small. So let's just make sure we've given ourselves some room. All right, let's do this. Yeah, look. Is this a bit tricky? Sure. Is it going to take a lot less time? Absolutely. There we go. Eight squares. I mean, rectangles. I mean, pockets. 8 of them. Let's just do that a couple more times. Yeah. Remember the other day, well, a few minutes ago, when I said I might have done myself a disservice by getting such shiny fabric? Yeah, I have. This is really our bad. Paper, wonderful. Fabric, no. Hi. It's another day. What I'm gonna start off by doing is I'm gonna like fold and press these little squares. I think that's gonna give me the best chance of making them all the same size, because clearly when I cut them out, they're not all the same size. But if I do it that way, and then hopefully they keep their shape while I attach them to the red fabric. We'll see how we go. I think that'll be okay. I'll trim the little edges, but yeah, we're gonna go with this. So now I'm just gonna do 24 more. Okay. I feel like there's an easier way to do this. Feel free to put it below if you're internally screaming that this is a really dumb way to do it. But yeah, I think it's working. Kinda, sorta, I guess. I should have got started much sooner. Story of my life. There's been a change of plans. I hate this. I'm gonna zigzag stitch rectangles, trim around that, and then just sew them on, because this is gonna take forever, for one. For two, it's not really working. And for three, I just think it's not necessary. And yes, you will see some zigzag stitch on the
actual finished product, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. If I had an overlocker, that would be cool, but I don't, and I'm not getting one anytime soon. But maybe that would have been a great option. We're changing course, and that is absolutely fine. It's all about being flexible and knowing what you're willing to put up with, and I'm not willing to put up with ironing anymore. I'm about halfway through, I'll have to admit. But I feel like because I cut them out so poorly, this is going to be my best option to actually get them close enough. Also, if you hear some weird like... Bemo's just eating dinner. Hi! Okay, so in lieu of chalk, I have used white eyeliner to write the numbers on the little pockets. I'm gonna stitch that first before I make the pockets the right size and then sew them on. Won't be a moment. So I'm just gonna do a little test run first. I'm gonna use this scrap and make sure I'm getting the right like width and spacing for the zigzag stitch that I'm going to use to do the numbers. What are we gonna press? Oh, let's try 16. That looks good. Or even 13. Do I need to change the foot to do 13? What Tootsie we've got on there, hey? Not the correct one. Ooh. Ooh. Like that. Great. What's this one? Is this must be A. Oh, but it doesn't fit in the A hole. I've got to take that off. Oh, like that. Okay, great. There we go, now it fits. Okay, so this is what I've got. It's really hard to see that gold, so I think I might switch to white. And also I think I've broken something on the machine that holds the little foot thingy on. But it kind of worked, so I'm just gonna go with it. And also this fabric, terrible. The machine is gonna munch it. But there's not much we can do about that right now. So we're just gonna keep going. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that that's really hard to see that gold against the green. Because I thought that would be so festive. Anyway, we move. This isn't working. And when you're the kind of person who leaves everything to the last minute, it's really hard to pivot. Yeah, I really think I've broken something on, not here, but on the bit that this attaches to, because I probably should have read the instructions on how to take this off, and I didn't, and I just yoinked it, and now it doesn't want to hang on to the feet. So I'm gonna have one more go. And we'll take it from there. I know it seems like I'm giving up like really easily, but also this is not holding my attention. So yeah, let me have another crack. Won't be a minute. Hang on. Oh, I hate this. Yeah, no. I think what I need to do is pivot in a way I was not expecting to pivot. Let me see what supplies I have. Yeah, so I don't have any supplies to do what I was thinking I might do instead. So yeah, this first one is a disaster, and that's fine because we had a go. And also I can keep the bits and have another go at another time. I can't have another go at this time because I would have needed to have it done by tomorrow, and it's 8 p.m. on a Saturday night, and we live in Australia, so literally hardly anything's open. Kmart's open, probably. No, Kmart's probably closing now. So yeah, that's okay. We kind of had fun having a go, and that's the whole point. And look, BMO's come to join us. BMO, did we learn some lessons? Yes, we did. What did we learn? Maybe have a better plan. Maybe read the instructions on the sewing machine before we try and fiddle with things. And yeah, stop leaving everything to the last minute. I don't know, why am I like this? Anyway, it was fun. Rachel won't care. She'll think it's funny. But yeah, we'll have another go and I'll make something different. Yeah.
Righto, I have a plan. I'm going to hand sew it. Not tonight because I need to get some different green fabric or just some different fabric. Anyway, I'm going to cut my dowel in half. That's what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to pack up my stuff. I'm going to Rachel's house tomorrow for Crafternoon. Can I get it done in that visit? I do need to write some little notes, and I will take all the little bits and pieces I want to put in each of the pockets. Yeah, some days are going to have a cute little note. And yeah, we're going to do this. It's just not going to be with a sewing machine. It's going to be with the hand sewing, but it'll be great. We got this. So after yet another trip to Spotlight on the way to Rachel's house the next day, I picked up a few bits and pieces. I got some red cotton yarn and some needles and some more green fabric. And after we had some lunch and we decorated some gingerbread houses, which was super fun, we each got to working on our own crafts. Rachel was making a wreath. That's the green fabric that I bought. And her niece Claire was working on painting a Christmas tree. And so, yeah, we just chatted, listened to some Christmas music, and ended up watching Harry Potter as well. And yeah, sure, Rachel was right there. She figured out what I was making. She always knew it was for her. But it was super fun and we all had a good time. And I got it done, which was super exciting. And yeah, I was able to actually remember that Rachel has a sewing machine. So after hand stitching on all the numbers, I actually was able to use her sewing machine to zigzag stitch the pockets on, which made things a lot quicker. I ended up only putting the dowel in the top of the advent calendar because it turned out the red fabric was actually super thick and heavy and it didn't really need another dowel at the bottom to stop it from rolling up, which you will see very shortly. But yeah, I did get it done. I still wish I hadn't have left it to the last minute.
But yeah, we have a advent calendar, which you will see here. And here it is, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's wonky, but it's great. I kind of love it. Is it wonky? Yes. Is it finished? Also, yes. It's only taken how many hours?
Probably like hour 8.
6 hours? Thank God for Rachel's sewing machine. We've managed to zigzaggy stitch a lot of these, and yeah, I'm never doing that again. Thanks. Hey there, friends. I've got me a little microphone, like a real, I don't know if this is on. Anyway, I've never used this before. I decided to film this now because I thought I was supposed to have an appointment right now. Turns out it's not for an hour and a half later. And yeah, so how's your perimenopause brain going today? So yeah, I feel like I learned a few things making that little project. I don't know how I'll go after a lifetime of leaving everything to the last minute. That just seems to be how I roll, and I do get stuff done. Does it get done as how I thought it might look when I envisioned it in the first place? Usually never. But that's okay, because Rach actually really loves it. And actually, when I look at it, I think it looks pretty good too. Anyway, it's reusable. She can fill it with whatever fun things she wants to do. So yeah, I don't know if I filmed it. I can't remember. But I put little Tony's Chocolonely chocolates in some of them, and then tea bags in the others, and each little day has a cute little note. Yeah. So I think she's enjoying it. Yes, it looks like I have donkey ears. Say hey to Jerry. It's Jerry. So I'll sit here so it doesn't look like I've got ears. Anyway, yeah. This is my first video, and look, we can only get better, right? Technically, I guess, in the spirit of trying new things, I've tried 2 new things in this video. Making a video, for starters, and then making the advent calendar. Oh, and by the way, thank you to Debbie at the Sewing Bee Cafe in Baxter. I now have the new part for my sewing machine that I needed, that I broke. And also thanks to my mum for posting it to me. So yeah, next time I try a sewing activity, I'll be all good to go. And yeah, thank you for joining me. If you've made it this far, well done. Yeah. Thanks for sticking with it. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you. And hopefully we just continue to improve and do fun things. Anyway, I'll love ya and leave ya, and maybe see you next time, hopefully. Like and subscribe or something? I don't know. Do whatever you like. I'm making these for me. If you enjoy them, then that's wonderful, and I'm glad.